wanna be the. Oh, you tryna grow? Stack up on your knowledge, get some more. Oh, you need academy? Let me know. Let me know, and I'ma turn you up for sure. Oh, you tryna grow?
I ain't gonna hold you, Safari. I ain't trying to grow no more. Because me and Lucky, we got matching beanies now, and we decided we're gonna drop out. And then we're gonna come back to the academy and we finna blow this shit up. So what's up?
We already elevate.
No, we can't elevate. I don't wanna no more, Safari. And I'm finna come back here. I'll be careful your name Sapphire. And me and Lucky, we finna come here and we finna blow up. Ain't that right? Exactly. And so today we're talking the academy. First of all, whoever is in charge of the grading, and they need to get fired. Because I didn't agree with none of them grades. Like almost all of them except for a couple. Them grades was all out of whack. And I'm talking from a viewer's perspective. I don't know what happened, what was edited out, okay, like what wasn't put in there. But it's some things that I just didn't agree with. So we see Naj and Hood Baby fighting again. They're playing like a Paramore type song when they're fighting. They're like, ain't it fun living in a real world? So they play that white. I live for the white people music during the hood ass fight. Good editing, you feel me? So they just thumping a bookabakaboo. They fight. Hood Baby lost again. One thing about it, Naja's always gonna be a good street fighter. Boxing ain't her thing because it requires training. Okay, and she smoked too much. So the street fight, she gonna always take the W with that. I do feel like though she could be a good boxer if she took it seriously. Like if she like stopped the smoking, you feel me? Like took it like very serious, she could become actually a really good boxer. But she don't seem like the type that like really want to do that. So yeah. So they start to kind of talk, and to be honest, they just need to stop trying to, you know, discuss this argument because it's getting on my nerves. Like we've been seeing this for about 3 episodes. At the end of the day, y'all not going to agree on the whole situation. Hood Baby, you shouldn't have said nothing because you don't know specifically who's talking about you. And Naj, she don't know who specifically was talking about you, so she can't give you an answer. Stop bothering the bitch. Damn. It's so irritating. To me, they're either gonna be cool or they're gonna be never gonna be friends. Like it's one or the other. Like that's it. There's no in between. Like that's just that on that. So Bella, you guys, she's like, oh, get up the crown. Give Naj the crown. Give Naj the crown. And I'm like, Bella, you know you're in a competition too, right? The 10K could go to you. She shouldn't have said that. So I agree with Hood Baby when it comes to that. Hood Baby and Bella end up getting into a fight. Once Hood Baby and stuff goes up the stairs. I forgot to mention this the other week. While Hood Baby was beating up Bella, you talking about you got a BBL, B. You got a BBL, B. You got to be. What you got against BBLs? Let me find out that you pro non-surgical procedures. Cause the way you was beating her up over that BBL, it seemed a little personal. Like you don't like girls with BBLs. Cause damn, like that was what the first thing she really said. She's like, you got a BBL. I said, wow. So they end up fighting. She ends up pulling her braid hair out. To be honest, that whole fight was stupid. It was useless. It didn't really make any sense, to be honest. Bella seemed like she just wanted camera time, in my opinion. And she kind of asked for it. There wasn't really a winner in this fight, to be honest. Her baby was getting the best of her, but they got in between their beds. It was a rough fight. Like it was rough. Okay, so they continue to prank wars. That's what makes this show good because they do stuff that they would do on Bad Girls Club. So they continue like the prank wars and stuff like that. They show Abby getting involved in it. LaRue staying up so she don't get pranked, and they end up giving you guys Her Baby a makeover, and they give her a bob. Here's the thing: Her Baby is very pretty. I didn't like the bob on her. You know they call her B.O.B. because she's known for the bob. Her name's Hood Baby. She's not known for the bob. I just didn't like it. Like on her, like it looked lopsided and like it looked too heavy. Like it looked like it was too much hair in the back. So I didn't like the bob on her. I feel like any other hairstyle would have really worked on her, to be honest. But I just didn't like the bob. Like I ain't gonna have a shit. Like I'm gonna tell the truth. So we see Abby breaking up her boyfriend. She's like, "What do you mean you're breaking up with me? Why? Huh? I would have left the academy for you. This is crazy. Oh my So she's just whining. I'm like, oh my God, there go Deja Vu Abby. There go Deja Vu Abby. So apparently the boyfriend is breaking up with Abby because of some reason. We didn't get a specific reason. She told him she would have forfeited the competition with him. She's like, I clean with your evil eyes. Oh my God, you're autistic AF. I knew I should have broke up with you a long time ago. I got 40 bands out of you though, so I don't even care. And I'm like, you won the Academy times 10. Why did you even come if you got 40 bands out of him? You got money. Not like you really needed it. So don't act like you feel you cry boo-hoo-hoo. I should have came at the end and stuff like that. Like, no, Abby. No, don't do that. So they do Hood Baby's makeup. You could tell Hood Baby, you know, she probably wasn't given like a lot of like nurturing and love like that when she was younger, which was really nice to see during this show. Them like putting so much into her so that she could really realize her potential. Prom, y'all, is still canceled, which I don't like. Okay, I still wanted to see prom. Okay, Zoe coming, prom night dumpster baby. She would have came with her baby. We could have invited Zoe. Like, come on. They still canceled prom. But they have one more class to go before graduation. So they bring Polo G's mom. Child, I saw Polo G the other day. He said he didn't agree with the hip tap dance. You know the little thing that a straight man, invented. Lil Uzi, he did the like. He said he don't like when dudes do that. I'm like, nah, you can have fun. He a straight nigga that invented it, not like it was a gay nigga that invented it. So, Queen D, you guys, looked so good in her Shane Justin. She cleaned off her Tim's nigga for some Shane Justin apparel. So we gotta note that she really did look good. Okay, with the red braid, red really is her color. It looked good on her. So, Polo G's mom does a speech. The speech was very motivating. I hope the girls took heed to a lot of things that they're saying, because a lot of stuff she said was real facts. First impressions is everything. You got like one chance to really, leave a lasting impression, make people take you serious, or else they're gonna take you for a joke. Like all that stuff she said, facts. So they do an etiquette class where they talked about the usual stuff: the dinner fork, the dessert fork, the salad fork, crossing your utensils before you leave up out the table. Don't put your shoulders on the table, stuff like that. So she does that, and they have each of the girls do like what she taught, right? Surprised none of them got shanked with a fork because all the beef they done had throughout the season. So we get to the grading papers in graduation. Now this is where the BS comes through. Let's get to the grading. Abby gets a B-. I feel like she deserved a C because you was in that room with all that dirtiness and you didn't let Sapphire know. You didn't snitch to the principal. That's what you should have did. So she, in my opinion, should have got a C, but she got a B-. Jess got a B-. I don't agree with this. She should have got a D. And the reason why I say that is because she kept messing with Queen D. So you're going to get a D out of default because not only you kept poking at Queen D, you allow Queen D to talk and get you riled up. So I feel like she didn't really get over her trigger of letting people run their mouth until they touch her. So I would have gave her a D, but I still would have let her pass the academy. Shaba gets a C+. Now this I agree with because Shaba was kind of starting stuff in the beginning with Monty. Okay, she couldn't see. We all know Monty. She's squinting Monty. Okay, star of pupils on Honest TV. Okay. She got a C+. I agree with that, especially towards the end. Like she really wasn't trying to fight Lucky. Lucky got, I believe, a C or D. I didn't mark it down, but I just put she should have got an F. Lucky should have got an F for fail. I know they invited her back for season 2, but she said she's not coming back for season 2. She's been exposing all that TV. Lucky to me is just not smart, like at all. Like damn, was it that deep for you to ruin your relationship with all these people over what? Like what they do to you? I'm confused. Like no, now you ruin your chance to come back, and like everybody just gonna remember you as that crazy girl. Heaven got a B. To be honest, she should have got an H because that's the closest to hello, and it's the closest to incomplete. But I don't think that grade was right. And the reason why I say this is because Heaven is the one who called out Monty and Lacey to fight her. So I feel like she should at least got a lower grade. But hey, P Foreign gets a C. Now to me, that's a weird grade to me because P Foreign never got into any drama. I don't know if she deducted points off because of the wig or what, but I don't like that. She should have got an A or a B because P Foreign minded her business. I guess because of the cleanliness of her room, she probably got a lower grade. Bella gets a B. Bella. Now this I don't agree with. I would have given her a C or a D because she started drama late into the season after coming in late into the season to get more camera time. I would have given her a C or a D. LaRue gets a D. Now this I really didn't agree with. LaRue, what were you doing that you got a D, girl? I gagged when I tell you. Thank God I live by myself. I screamed when she said the grade. I said, ah! I couldn't believe it. Out of everybody that got like low grades, you will give it to LaRue. Like LaRue, after the couple of episodes she was getting into it with Shaba, and like she got into a Queen D, which y'all know what's gonna happen. That is crazy. You know what I think they gave her a D for? I think there was footage that was cut out in editing. I think LaRue probably was starting drama around the house. That's the only way I could see her getting that low of a grade. Damn, LaRue. Damn, Misty Florida failed. I said, oh, she passed, but she got a D. That's a low grade. LaRue was hot. I don't blame her, though. I don't blame her at all. E.T. gets an A, which I think was well-deserved, because I think had that water had hit her, let's say they were on South Central Baddies, she would have probably fought her baby. So I do think that was a fair grade, even though y'all know I'm Team Naj. Monty gets a B minus. Now this I don't agree. She should have got a lower grade too. Like y'all, it's like I gave grades to people that deserved a lower grade, higher grades. It made no sense. Monty gets a B minus. To me, I would have given her a C because she, to me, let Heaven rile her up. Okay. And she was snapped too. And the cleanliness of her room, even though she said it wasn't her, wasn't the best either. This is what I'm seeing. Okay. So I didn't give her a C. Naj gets an A. I like Naj, but she ain't deserve an A. Naj, you done fought through the beginning, middle, end, and throughout the season. You should have got a D. Okay. But he had an M for Million. Okay. You shouldn't have got no A. And I like Naj. Y'all know I'm Team Naj. But no, you didn't deserve that A, girl. Like, I'm sorry. You didn't. You still should have passed, though. And to be honest, back to Lucky, she should have failed. To be honest, I think they did fail her because they told her she got to come back next season. But yeah, Naj is another one. I low key might have failed her, maybe just to bring her back next season. But you shouldn't have got an A, girl. Lacey gets a B. That I kind of agree with. B minus, more so a C. Her baby gets a D plus. Now this to me is fair. Her baby getting a D plus is fair because in the beginning she was tripping. Naj should have got the same too, even though she was defending herself in the beginning. I still feel like towards the end, she was tripping again with her baby. So that's why I feel like her grade should have got lowered. So, Sapphire says she grades the grades off of cleanliness, grace, teamwork, and her baby and ET win. ET wins 5K, her baby wins 5K. LaRue was sitting there smoking that hookah, puff, puff, pass, mad. She just hot. I said good because I would have been mad too. Like, that's crazy. I really failed LaRue like that. So then another person that was mad is Abby. So Abby's just like, man, I should have stayed home for this shit, man. I should have never went. This is crazy. I shouldn't have went. No, I lost my nigga over this shit. The fuck? Oh my God. So Sapphire hears this. She's like, what? What? Your nigga's a fucking loser if you lose him over this. You trying to grow? Oh, you trying to grow? Oh, you trying to grow? Abby's like, yeah. So Sapphire just starts going off, rightfully so though, because it's like this experience, not only is it trying to make you better, you're getting clout off of this, you're getting your name put out in the reality TV world. So it's kind of a win-win type of situation, whether you won or not. So at the end of the day, why is the boyfriend mad? And it's not like they filmed this show for about a month. I think they filmed this for about a week or something like that, because it didn't even have that much episodes either. So you mean to tell me he couldn't survive a week without you? He didn't like you to begin with, Abby. You need to move on. And you got 40K out of him, bitch. Get another 40K out of him and dip on that nigga. Dip on that nigga. Like, I'm just saying. This series was one of the best series on Honest TV. This is something Zeus, I feel like, should have, and I know I was comparing the two, but I don't give a. I feel like this is something Zeus should have already did. They have so much cast members that they could do a show like this with. And for Honest TV to be an upcoming network and to pull off something like this shows me that they have the creativity and the skills to really do their big one. Shout out to the editors. That too was one of the biggest details of this series that made it so good, is because the editing matched the series. Like, it was such good editing that it matched, the greatness of the series, which is needed. Okay, because sometimes you can have a boring series, but if you put some good editing in there, you can make that shit lit. And that's why I think Zeus is fucking up, because their editing is so lazy. All right, let me know what y'all think down below of this series. Who y'all think should have won the Academy? I do feel like ET should have just got the whole 10K, but I feel like Hood Baby could use that 5K to really like do some moves and stuff in her life. So I think it was a fair ending to begin with. Okay, let me know what you think down below. And are you trying to grow? We out, baby.
No, personal thing.